Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. Pretty sure we've met, but in case we haven't, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below. So it's the first time you're being exposed to me, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom, the Pajama Grandma. Now, today is a little unusual. Sometimes I show up strangely, okay, every day I show up strangely in my pajamas or my robe, but some days are more strange than others. Today I've got a turban on my head. You're probably, not a turban, it's just a scarf over my hot rollers. You're probably thinking, well, what the heck are you showing up with a scarf on your head for? Well, I've got a bunch of interviews for the Women's Summit today, so I wanted my hair to look decent for it, but I didn't really want to show up in my curlers. Now, have I shown up in my curlers before on my videos? Yeah, absolutely. I've shown up in a lot of strange ways on my videos, mostly to stretch my comfort zone and get me feeling more comfortable with just doing what I needed to do, just taking action no matter what. Because we all struggle. We all have a hard time talking on video. I stutter. My alarm just went off in my last video, which I swore I wouldn't have it go off because I've been getting feedback that it's annoying. I know it's annoying. It annoys me actually more than anyone else that it could possibly annoy, because it does interrupt my flow. It interrupts what I'm talking about or what I'm thinking about. But guess what? I just let it interrupt me. I turn the alarm off and I go right back to what I was talking about, because that is real life. Our lives are full of interruptions and challenges and things that come up that we have to stop what we're doing in our tracks. We have to deal with it right now and then move on and get back into whatever it is that we're working on, whatever it is that we're doing. That's life, people. And so, is it annoying? Yes. Do I hate it more than anyone else? I'm sure I do, because it annoys me, and it's my message that it's impacting and the flow that I've got going that gets messed up because of it. But today I want to talk about, if not now, when. Because most of my life I've been sort of an action taker, but it's easy for me and most of us to come up with excuses or to procrastinate or not do things that we know we need to do when we need to do them. Now, I'm a huge procrastinator. I'm sitting here looking at piles of things in my office still that I'm moving. I'm in the process of moving, and it's a big project. It's not a little project. I am 58 years old, and so I have collected, and I'm a hoarder. I'm not a hoarder like super bad hoarder, but kind of bad hoarder. I keep a lot of things that I don't need to keep. They're resources that need to bless other people. So I'm in this big project to downsize like 80 to 90% of everything I own, resource-wise, physical, material things. I'm blessing other people with, I'm letting go of, I'm getting rid of. But in the midst of that, I put that off for like 6 years. I think it's been at least 6 years that I've put off moving and doing this. And I had all kinds of reasons and all kinds of excuses, and life was getting in the way and things were coming up. But at some point, it's stop. If not now, when am I going to get this done? I have to do it now. I have to do what I can do now to move forward in whatever area of my life I need to. Now, I'm already feeling better about not eliminating, but blessing other people. I have to say, not getting rid of and not eliminating, because when I use those terms, it makes it hard and challenging to do. But when I think about I'm letting go of resources that I'm no longer using and blessing other people with them, that's such a mind shift that it makes me look forward to who can use this, who can use this thing that I haven't used for 5 years. Who would love to have a rotisserie cooker? Now, I might have used it once in the last 5 years, but probably not. But it's up in the top shelf of my pantry. So even if I wanted to use it, I probably couldn't get it down. I'd need help. So I haven't used it. It was awesome. We used it a lot. It stayed on my kitchen counter for years, and we used it when it was handy. But once we put it in the pantry, it hasn't been used for like 5 years. Someone else would love to have that and be able to make rotisserie ribs and rotisserie chickens and rotisserie turkey or geese or ducks or whatever else I made in it over the years. And they would love to use that. And do I need it? Oh, heck no, I don't need it. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's like, it's time, and we know when the time is to actually just take action and do something. I'm working on this Women's Summit. I mentioned that's why my hair is in this funny little scarf today. And I don't know exactly how or why I got the idea that I should do a Women's Summit, but it came up as part of probably one of the discussions with my coaching students that I needed to, just like they do, narrow my focus of who I work with and who I serve and who I want to work with. Who do I love working with? Who do I want to work more with? And that led to the idea of this Women's Summit. Now, I could have made a ton of excuses about how I don't know how to do a Women's Summit. I don't know people to talk on a Women's Summit. I don't know what topic to talk about. I could have made all kinds of excuses about that. But instead, I asked the question, well, what is the most important topic for women business owners to have presented to them in a Women's Summit? And the most important topic, and the number one topic, as I surveyed and asked people and went out to groups and asked the question, came up as things that were customer related. I got thousands and thousands of responses from women business owners, women both starting out and women who have been in business for a long time. And things related to customers, either attracting customers, handling customers, and building their experience, to making sure that they have a great experience with you, creating lifelong customers. Something around customers was the number one thing that came up time and time again. Now, out of thousands of responses, of course, there were other topics too, but by far, by a big margin, things with respect to customers was the number one concern of women business owners. So that is the topic of our first summit. So I just ran with that. I said, okay, here's the topic of our first summit. And then I brainstormed a list of what women and what women business owners would be awesome to have speak about how they deal with customers in their business, how they dealt with customers when they were first getting started, how they deal with customers now, how any interactions or building relationships with customers, anything with respect to customers. And that made it easy, once I had the topic, to know who to contact and what kind of women to reach out to be speakers on the summit. Now, the summit's in a couple of weeks. It's going live the 29th, 30th, and 31st. And I will tell you, I should have had the funnel up already and the information and the website for people to know about this summit. I should have, but I don't have it done yet. I will get it done in the next couple of days because it needs to get up. But I don't even have all the assets I need. I'm still interviewing, thus the turban. I'm interviewing people this week and next for the summit to have it go live on the 29th, 30th, and 31st. But all the pieces will fall into place. They will get done, you know, and I can beat myself up because they're not done yet, or I can say, all right, how can I quickly and easily get this done? And that's what will happen. And is it going to be perfect this first time? No, I've never done a summit before. It's not going to be perfect. Will it be good or great? Will it be of incredible value for the people that listen in? Absolutely. Will it be perfect? No. Will the next one be better? Because there is going to be a next one and a next one and a next one, because the influx of women wanting the information and wanting to know about certain topics and wanting help with them is huge. It's bigger than I could have ever imagined in terms of women needing help from other women, because as women, we seem to think that we have to do everything ourselves, or that we can do everything ourselves, or that we should do everything ourselves. Again, that should word. Don't like the should word. And it's just not humanly possible. I had a great interview with a woman yesterday for the summit about music for your whatever it is that you're doing. And for example, I have a podcast that I've been doing for almost a year now that has no music, no intro music, no music, number one, no intro, no outro, no music. I've known all along that it should have music, but I've, like so many other people, tried to do it myself. I've gone online, I've looked at music, you know, a bunch of times, spent entire days listening to music tracks and trying to pick something out that felt right for me, and nothing felt right. So then after a day or so of doing that, I would abandon it and say, okay, I can just go without music. It's not a high priority right now. These other things are a higher priority. And so it was really interesting to learn from her the power of music to connect with people on an emotional level. And that's what we want to do. We always want to connect with people on an emotional level. And if I look at every successful, you know, everything, every TV show, every series, every radio show that's really successful, they all have music, right? Because it instantly triggers you and connects you with the message and the emotion that they're trying to convey. Music has the power to do that. Now, I 100% know I need her to do music for me. I will, obviously a year has gone by and I haven't gotten it done on my own. So one of the beauties and the power of this summer is finding the people that we need when we need them to get us the thing that we need next. And so that's an example of why I think that this Women's Summit is so important, because I don't know where we get it, but women are multitaskers. We have to wear so many hats. And I think the power of the summit is knowing that we don't have to wear all the hats. There's people out there that we can work with that can help us get things done that will really move our businesses ahead, that would take us years to figure out. It's been a year. I still don't have music. How much longer would it take me to try to figure that out myself? It would take me a long time. And here I could tap into Karina's expertise and she could have it done in a month. And in a month, I could be connecting with people so much more effectively and quickly, just because I've done something as simple as add music to my podcast, or music to my Facebook Lives, or music as an introduction when I'm doing a training or a video or an event. So I'm just really getting excited about the power of the summit and what we can do to help one another out with it. So again, if not now, when? I could have made a bunch of excuses for not doing the summit. I, like everybody else, have had a ton of stuff going on in my life, including moving, in the last month as I've been putting this together and interviewing people and determining what components we needed to create a summit. Like I said, never done one, figuring it out. I could have made excuses to say, oh, well, I'm going to do it next year or later this year when I figure these pieces out. Or I can just say, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to commit to doing it. I'm going to figure the pieces out as I need to figure them out. So the next thing, right now I'm interviewing. Today I'm interviewing. And in between time, I need to figure out and get the website up and start sharing that with the people that I've already interviewed and the people that I'm going to interview, so we can start getting the word out about the summit so people can listen in. It's going to be a free summit for 3 days, so people can listen in to the speakers and the components of and the topics around customers that will really help them the most. I don't expect anybody to listen for 3 full days to 30 speakers all on customers. So it's important that you can pick out and know, okay, well, this is what Karina's talking about. And I guarantee there will be some things on the summit that women will think, oh, I don't even know that has anything to do with me, or that I want to know about that, like the music. And then you'll listen to it and you'll be like, oh my God, I didn't even know that I needed this, but here's something that could really help me connect with my audience, connect with the people I'm trying to connect with, so much easier and faster than what I've been trying to do for a year, right? So I think there'll be a lot of that on it as well. But now, I needed to do it now. I could wait another 5 years, but it's like a lot of things. It's like so many things in our life that we wait and wait and wait for things to be perfect, and they never are perfect. The circumstances, the time will never be right to do what it is that you want to do. You just have to do what it is that you want to do and know that you'll make it right and that you'll figure it out. So that's my little rambling for today. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm going to do my last video into my a group that I'm doing a 365-day challenge with. We're on day 291 today of the 365-day challenge, where we each go live every day in the group and share something. Got to think of something of value. Probably talk about, if not now, when, because that seems to be my theme for today. It started with the daily scare share. That was the daily scare share challenge, and it wasn't in my happiness video, but it was in it's been in this one, and I guess it wasn't in Supersize Your Business either, so never mind. I'll think of something to chat about. Go out and make it a fantastic day and seize the moment. Right now is the only time that you can act and you can affect and really impact anything in your life. So do it now, right now. If you've got the idea, you've got everything you need to make that idea a reality. So get to work. You got this. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.